What's up, people? This video is going to be short and hopefully informative and instructive. We, as in I, have decided to coin a new phrase. Well, it's not a new phrase, it's a new usage of the phrase. The phrase is rich. The phrase rich currently is used to express people's thoughts about certain foods in the South that have lots and lots of spices. And sometimes it upsets the stomach because the food is so rich. Now we can use this richness as an adjective to describe comments that you see in speeches that you hear from people who make comments that appear to taste good, but it really turns your stomach when you really hear it. Because they're just so foul and full of like falsities and foolishness, that while on the surface the person may appear to be genuine, but the reality, once you find it out, just really turns the stomach really horribly. For example, Ted Cruz, Mexican who says he's from Canada, who says his father is from Cuba, but he lives in Texas, spent 21 hours on the Senate floor filibustering about something that's not going to happen during the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama, defunding Obamacare. That's really rich. Now, there's some things in the country that needs fixing that Ted Cruz could be supportive of. For instance, he could help out with the Affordable Care Act by offering amendments that he feels are necessary to make this program more viable. Certainly there are some areas of the Affordable Care Act that need some tweaking, some strengthening, but how do you argue against a person who says they're from Canada? How does one argue against making sure that everyone pulls their load as it relates to health insurance? Health insurance has caused many people to lose homes, to lose jobs, to lose their way in life because they could not afford any of the medical care that they needed. And some of them got the medical care, but now the hospitals and the doctors and others have to pay the bill. Well, the insurance company has to pay the bill through everyone not putting in their share. So here we have an equitable share of people participating in the health program, just like with the roads. I mean, why would you say, oh, I don't want to pay taxes and I don't want my taxes going to the roads? But you use the roads, you use the sidewalks, you use the DOT when they clean the streets, you use the cops and the policemen. You use all these social services, but now you're against socialism as it relates to healthcare. Well, healthcare is already socialist. People already pay in a social structure as it relates to healthcare. What they do is everyone puts money in a common area. Everyone puts money in a common pool, and the burden is distributed amongst the members of the group. So that's how healthcare works, and it's always worked that way. That's how taxes work. Everyone puts money in, except for the rich, because they have lots of tax rebates. But everyone puts their money in, and then it makes for a better world. It makes for a better country. But let's just stand on the Senate floor and talk about healthcare, and say that the people who are poor are being entitled. At the same time, we don't want to pay the poor any more money. So they can afford their own health care and make their own choices. And at the same time, we don't want to encourage the rich to pay their part in it at all. As Obama said before, you did not build that. There's no company in the world that exists by itself, in of itself. For instance, if you, I think of Ben Hill Griffin in Florida, who owns a bunch of oranges. Uh, First of all, how did the water get to his orange grove? Did he build, like, dig deep in a well irrigation of himself? Uh, who protects his rights to the land that all the oranges are on? How does his oranges get delivered on the railway system and on the truck system? Is there a road? Are there tracks laid by the federal government? Was that all private stuff? I don't know. So, as it's been said, you did build it. And also too, is Ben Hill buying the oranges from himself? Does he drink all the orange juice so he pays all the workers himself? Where did he get the money to buy the orange juice from himself? From the people who bought the orange juice from him. So let's not fool ourselves into thinking that we are a society and we're individualistic and vocal to ourselves. Yes, I believe that the poor of us have a responsibility just like everyone else does. They should work for a decent wage, for a decent work, a job. They should be able to have a house based on the wages that they make. Maybe it's not going to be a mansion, but they deserve to be as content and as happy as anybody else. Yeah, if they want to get better skills, but some people aren't able to get better skills. Some people don't have the mental capacity to do it. Does that mean they should live on the street? Does that mean they shouldn't have good health care? No, it doesn't. So don't make rich comments and you won't get my rich comment statement. But if you make a rich comment and you see, oh, that was really rich, I'm not giving you a compliment. I'm really giving you a nudge. All right. God bless.